Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about my skincare routine today. I haven't done one in a long time, and the last one that I did was a couple years back already, and my skincare routine is very different now. My skin has also gotten better from before. If you watched my last video, I explained that I used to have very dry skin. Well, I still do have very dry skin, but it's not as dry anymore. But I also used to get this rash. It would come every 2 weeks. I have no idea what it is. I went to see multiple dermatologists, and I used so many different creams, high-end, low-end, dermatologists recommended ones, and nothing seemed to work for me. And I was trying to solve that problem for at least 6 years. And 2 years ago, I bought a face oil from Amore, which is a high-end brand from Korea, and I bought it in Hong Kong. It was a very expensive face oil, but it was so good. I didn't expect it to cure my rash problem, but I just thought that I would try some face oils. After about 2 months, I realized that my rashes didn't appear anymore. They didn't flare up, and I didn't even notice it. And I do think that that was the oil was the thing that helped my skin. I think that it helped kind of make my skin barrier a little stronger. And since then, I have been using face oils religiously. And I'm not using the Amore one anymore just because it is quite expensive. It's about $200 something in Canada. I know that they do sell it at Nordstrom, but not sure if Sephora Canada carries it. I know that they have Amore, but not sure about the oil. So anyway, let's start off with my cleansers first. I use the Garnier Skin Naturals Micellar Water. Micellar water. So this is actually the 2-in-1 eye makeup remover. And sometimes I'm just lazy and I use this all over the face as well. I think it's great because it has some oils on it and moves face makeup really well as well. But this is definitely by far the best eye makeup remover that I've used in the past. Now, I've used the Lancome eye makeup remover, which is like the bifacile one, which is really popular. I've also used the Chanel one. I've used a lot of high-end ones. And I actually think that this one is better. Definitely like this one. The only thing is that it's quite a small bottle, so it's not super cheap, but I do run out of this pretty quickly, but I think it is very good. And then I wash my face with the Glam Glow Thirsty Cleanse Daily Treatment Cleanser. This is the one for dry skin. So it's kind of like a mud cleanser. It does say mud to foam. I don't think it really foams out that much. It kind of stays like a mud cleanser. This does mildly exfoliate, and if you have dry skin, you'll understand that we can't really use exfoliators that much. But this is mild enough for me to use every day. It definitely doesn't dry my skin out, and it's fall time right now. It's getting pretty dry in Canada, and I'm not experiencing any problems with it so far. This is kind of pricey. I mean, Glam Glow products are pretty pricey, but I do really like this brand because they have a lot of products that are very innovative, and I really like their masks. So I've been a big fan of this Glam Glow brand for many years already. So definitely recommend that if you have dry skin. So the next step in my routine is facial essence, and I'm using the Estee Lauder Micro Essence Skin Activating Treatment Lotion. I use this because it helps soften my skin and helps prepare my skin for the other layers that I'm going to put on. This one is really good for dry skin because it's a little bit thick, but it's not too thick. And it really does help with the hydration. Now I have tried the SK2 facial essence before. I've actually used up like 3 bottles of that, not because I really liked it, but because I kept giving it a chance. I felt like, well, there's so many people talking about it and so many people like it. It must be decent. I mean, at least decent. Why doesn't it work on me? But it really doesn't. And I don't think I'll ever buy it ever again. But I have heard from some people say that it's better on oily and acne-prone skin, which is exactly opposite for me. So maybe that's the reason why. But if any of you are using the SK2 skin essence, or if you've used it before, let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, because I'd be really interested to know. It definitely doesn't work on me, but I'm sure it does work on a lot of other people. But I always want to figure out why, because there are some people with dry skin that thinks it's really, really great. So I don't know. So let me know in the comment section down below. So the next step in my routine is serum. I have the Estee Lauder Re-Nutriv Ultimate Lift Regenerating Youth Serum. This is pretty expensive for me, but I do believe in spending a little bit more on serums because that is, I feel like, the most important part of my skincare routine. This one has a very nice texture. You can use it AM or PM, which is good because then I don't have to buy another serum for nighttime. And it has like these little bubbles of oil in it. So it does feel very nourishing, and yet it's not very thick. So that's why it's great for AM as well. You can definitely put makeup on top. It doesn't interfere with makeup at all. And it's good for winter or summer time. So I think that this is a very, very good all-rounder. So sometimes I will use a retinol treatment at night, and I have the one from The Ordinary. It's the Advanced Retinoid 2%, and this is very expensive, as you guys all may know already. It's less than $10 Canadian here, and I like the formula of it. It's hydrating as well as having anti-aging benefits. I do like it more than the Sunday Riley oil, the blue one. I'd say I use this about 3 to 4 times a week at night, and I've been enjoying it so far. Now in terms of face cream, I'm using the Estee Lauder Re-Nutriv Ultimate Lift Rejuvenating Soft Cream. As I've said before, I've tried a lot of high-end skincare products. But I haven't found anything that I thought was worth the price, or anything that was that great for my skin. And I've kind of bumped into this, and I think that this is actually really good. I really like it personally because it's not very thick, and yet it's nourishing, and it works very, very good under makeup as well. And that's one of the things that I think is very important, especially when you use it as a day cream. I have to put on makeup all the time, so it has to work well together. I use this in the daytime and the nighttime, and I think that's good because then I don't have to invest in 2 different creams. So usually after this at night, I would put the Estee Lauder Nutritious Night Vitamineral Intense Nourishing Cream slash mask. You can use it as a cream, but I use it as like an overnight mask. And I've always liked using overnight masks. I used to use the Clinique one, which is a very, very good one. It's just a very basic hydrating overnight mask. But these days I've been using this. And on most days, I would also add my oil on top as the very last step. And I like to do that. I don't think that's the way that people teach you to do, but I find that that works the best on me. And I use the Elizabeth Arden. These are their Ceramide Gold Ultra Lift and Strengthening Eye Capsules. Now, there are these capsules for the face, but I use the eye ones for the whole face because I think I use one capsule every night, and I feel like there's so much oil in there that I don't think that I need that much for my eyes. So I would just kind of spread it out over my face and my neck as well. And I like the eye ones more than the ones for the face. They are a little bit different in texture. This one feels a little bit more fine, and I feel like it absorbs into my skin a little bit better. And I use these capsules religiously because I can buy them at Costco, and they are a fraction of the price there. They are pretty expensive if you have to use it all the time if you get it outside in regular stores. But at Costco they are, I'm not sure, but they might be like half price, and I think that's really budget friendly if I have to use it for the rest of my life. I've been using this for so long, and this is definitely something that I will keep on using. Last but not least, it's sunscreen. Sunscreen is so important in my skincare routine. I use it every day, no matter what. It doesn't matter whether it's gloomy outside or it's raining or there's no sun at all. I still use it, unless it's nighttime. That's the only time when I wouldn't put it on, of course. But I use it every single day, and I have the Clarins UV 50 Sunscreen Multi-Protection Cream. This is translucent. It's one of those like shake up ones. It's not too thick. I like the ones that you have to shake because it means that it's not too thick. And it works really well under makeup as well, because that is one of the most important factors, I feel like, for choosing a good sunscreen for me. It has to work well with makeup, because a lot of times this is the last step in my skincare routine, and the final layer that's going to work with my foundation. So I think that's really important. If you saw my last video from a couple years back, I used to use this Japanese brand called Sofina, and I used that for so many years, like at least 10 years. I really, really like that sunscreen. I still love it, but now that I don't live in Hong Kong anymore, I can't really get my hands on it that easily. So I've switched to Clarins, and I think that this is pretty good. It's not as good as the Sofina one, but it's not bad. So this is what I've been using. One bottle lasts such a long time. I've used this for at least half a year now, and I still have at least half a bottle left. So this is a good investment, I think. I would definitely invest in a high-end sunscreen, because I do think the textures are generally better. I haven't found anything from the drugstore that I really like yet, but if you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys know of any that are kind of thinly textured, kind of shake up kind of formula, let me know. I would really be interested to try it out, because I think that if I can find something at the drugstore that works equally well, sunscreen is one of the parts that I would want to save money on in a way. So that is it for my skincare routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it and hope you guys found a bit of it informative at least. If you enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate that. And I will link all the products that I talked about in the comment section down below. And I'll also link what I'm wearing, what makeup I have on, and also my jewelry as well. As you guys know, this is my own jewelry line. Some of it is not, but this onyx ring here and this Swarovski crystal soft chain ring is also from my line. So I'll link everything down below if you guys are interested as well. So I will see you guys next week.